Hi guys, how are you? So today, I hope you are able to hear my voice clearly, right? Please just ping me in the chat because you won't be able to speak because you are not having the mic camera. So please just ping us. Cool. Umi says yes. Cool. Okay, so let's begin with the session today. Here I have Yash with me. So let's start with the introduction basically. So I'm Jatin, your host today. I'm going to basically, coordinate between you and Yash. Yash is the actual mind behind this session. So Yash is going to actually show us that how you can build interactive live streaming app inside the Flutter. So basically because he's a domain expert in that particular thing. Now, before actually starting the things, I will be just giving you a very brief idea that why we are doing this. So obviously if we are building the interactive live streaming in Flutter, then what is the need and what is the craze behind that? So let me just start my screen share and give you a very brief idea about the use cases so that you can understand that very well. So hope my screen is visible to you guys, right? Please just confirm once. Okay, I can see it is. Cool. So what we are going to cover in this session is these 5 points. The first, what is live streaming? Second, different types of live streaming. Then difference between multiple live streams from the user's perspective. Then examples, and then basically Yash will show us the live demo. Basically he will build us, we will build the. So what is live streaming? So basically the live streaming is one to many or many to many uh, audio, many to many communication, right? So it's basically, we can say there is a one host and multiple viewers, or multiple host and multiple viewers. So that's a simple concept of audio and communication. Now about the different types of live streaming. So there are two types of live streaming. The first one is standard live streaming, and the second one is this interactive live streaming, which is something which we are going to see right now. So standard live streaming, the classic example if you want to take, that is the YouTube live, and the second one is the Insta live. The best example of interactive live streaming. So here, let's just understand the basic difference between both of them. The standard live streaming. Standard live streaming is something, as we have taken the example of YouTube live only. So take example that I am the host of YouTube live, and I want to, let's say I'm a teacher and I want to go live on YouTube. Then how would be my journey? So firstly, I will create one RTMP URL and stream key from the YouTube. Then I will be entering it into the broadcasting software. Now this is the very key over here. If you are using standard live streaming, then you need some broadcasting software. So generally technical developers, as you all guys are well aware of that, but the normal users or your end users are not supposed to be familiar with that. So we are taking the example of OBS Studio, but you can take example of any of the broadcasting software. It could be Zoom, it could be any of the tools like restream.io, something like that. Then obviously you have added stream URL and stream key in OBS Studio. Then you are just setting up your camera feed and all other things, and then you are clicking on the live button and you will be going live. So that's a general view when as a host I want to start the standard live streaming. On other side, when I want to start the interactive live streaming, at that time the things are very much pretty simple and clear. I will be just let's, if we take example of Instagram, then I will be just opening my Instagram. I will go into live, I will set up my camera, and I will just, with just one click, I will go live. All of my followers will be not get notified. If you have noticed, there is no need of broadcasting software. So from the host perspective, it's very easy, and that's why we have seen the lot of users using interactive live streaming more than standard live streaming. So that's a basic difference from users perspective. On other side, from the developers perspective, yes, there are a lot of changes, and that is the same thing which Yash will be explaining to you. Now, here I'm just mentioning few examples of live streaming. In social industry, you would have seen Instagram Live. In also you would have seen Bigo Live, and in live commerce, you would have seen the Taobao Live. or even Flipkart has also launched their live streaming just few weeks back. So these are the classic examples of interactive live streaming. Now also you are having, if you are building it with video, then you are having a very good incentive that you can start with free. 10,000 minutes every month are free, so obviously you can just enjoy it. You don't need to pay us when you are building something. Now we are directly just jumping onto the live demo, but before that I'm just explaining simply our website architecture and how you will be directly going into the documentation. So please let me just share my screen again. Okay, hope you can see my screen, right? Cool. So here is our website. You will be directly just dropping into it. What I want to show you is documentation, how you can jump into the documentation, because as a developer, definitely you are more interested in jumping into the documentation. So from the developers tab over here, you can just click on the Flutter, and you will be dropped on the Flutter documentation. Yash will be explaining this documentation in very detail. And about the live demo, how we have structured is basically, instead of building the project live, what we have did is we have built a project, and we basically, Yash was telling me that he wants to spend more time in explaining the project, so basically giving you the understanding that how each thing is working, rather than installing dependency and spending more time in dependency. Rather than that, he wants to explain the project in detail. So we have structured it like that, that Yash will be Yash has already created a project. He will be explaining each line of that project in detail, and then we will also share that code with you, so that you can also experiment with the same project. And yeah, this whole session, you will find this whole sessions recording on our Discord community. So please make sure to join this Discord community right after this all the recordings. Also, at any point of time when you are actually trying this thing by yourself, at that time, any of the time, whenever you are having any query, if you want to directly contact me or Yash, the Discord is the best channel for that. So please make sure to join the Discord channel right after this communication. So yeah, that's it about us. Now I will not be wasting much of your time, and directly handing over the session to Yash. Hand over to you, Yash. And thanks guys for enjoying.
Yeah, thank you, Jatin. And basically, I'm a software development engineer at Live, and uh, I'm the one of the I'm the one of the developer who has contributed to Flutter SDK. So, without wasting your time, let's go to our project. I hope you can see my screen. Please comment in chat box if you can. Yeah. Okay. So here is our website. Uh, you can uh, you can redirect to your our documentation. Yeah, click on documentation and select guide and custom video SDK. Select Flutter here. Here you can see our quick start. If you don't know how to integrate video SDK, then uh, you can see our documentation here. First thing you need to develop this application is video SDK developer account. If you don't have, you can create here. Uh, if you will see screen like you will see screen like this. Click on continue with Google, and you can sign in with your Google account. Okay, so that's very basic understanding of Flutter. What is Flutter? As you already know, how it is how Flutter makes it easy to build a application and a Flutter Video SDK plugin. And you need a device for Flutter development. Then you can install video sticker dependency using this command. And then you need to configure Android manifest. Just you need to give permissions like camera access and network state access and internet permission. And for iOS, you just need to give permission as we have given in Android. So, and here we have API references for the Flutter. Here we have four classes: meeting class, participant class, stream class, and pub sub class. Basically, uh, uh, when you when you create a meeting, it will return a meeting object. This meeting object will have such properties like ID, active speaker ID, and all this. You can refer this documentation. And we have documentation for participant class, stream class, and pub sub class. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's go to our HLS sample. Click on code sample, and here click on a Flutter example. You can clone this project. Open VS Code. I have already cloned this project, so I can use this. And then select demo HLS branch. We have separate branch for HLS demo, so you can select this branch, demo slash HLS. Okay. Then go to library and select service and go to API service. Here you need to place your token. You can get your token on our dashboard. Click on API keys and select generate token, and you can copy this token and paste it here. Basically, what is the API? What this file do? So basically, it has methods like get meeting ID, get downstream URL, start HLS, and stop HLS. Basically, what it does, uh, get meeting ID, we return a new meeting ID. It will create a new meeting, and it will return a new meeting ID here. You can refer this API reference here, API reference and REST API reference. And in a REST API, select room IPS and create a room. Here you find which method to call and what headers to be set. Here you need to set authorization header, and in authorization you need to place your token. You have a copied from video sticky dashboard. Here uh, I have used a DAO package. As you already know what is DAO. If you don't know, DAO is an HTTP package. Means with a DAO package you can access REST API. Means you can request for get, post, put, and delete CRUD operations. Uh, so I have a request for post request, and I have specified path here, as you can see here. And in authorization I have set token, and if everything is okay, then I will extract meeting ID and will return it. Otherwise I will return null. So and log this exception. Same as same like this for HLS streaming API. You can refer this documentation here. Start HLS stream. Start HLS. You will need a meeting ID, and the method will be post, and headers to be set are authorization and content type. Authorization, as you as we uh, done earlier, authorization will contain your token, and this request contains body, and in this body you will you have to pass room ID. Room ID means your meeting ID. Here you can see what we have done. Here we have set a request path, and we have specified HTTP method post, and we have passed a room ID in body, and passed config object. Uh, Config object uh, uh, lets you specify your layout. Means if you want your layout to be grid, you can specify here grid, spotlight, sidebar. You can specify here and priority, speaker and pin, and grid size up to 25 participant. So it will return a downstream URL. As you already know, HLS the format for the HLS video, HLS stream will be M3U8. Here you will get downstream URL. Uh, this URL can be played anywhere. Uh, for for example, in web, in your HLS player, in application, and you can also play this URL in third-party software like VLC player or like this software. So if everything is fine, then we will extract downstream URL here, and same like we have done in start HLS, stop HLS. We have set path, and set authorization header and room ID. If everything is fine, then we will return true, otherwise false. Means if HLS is stopped or not, to check that. And if exception occurs, then we will return false and log this exception. So here is our API service file. It is very basic, and so let's start with main.dat file. In main.dat file, uh, we have created material app, and with a title like title is video sticky HLS demo, and we have chosen a dark theme, and with primary color and secondary color. In flux.dat file, we have specified our colors, and home page will be home screen. So let's go to home screen. In home screen, uh, in build method, we have specified two methods: create button pressed and join button pressed. So what this method will actually do? This create button pressed method, it will generate a uh, live stream URL. Means it will generate a meeting, and goes to view mode, host mode, to live stream live, live stream screen. So first it will set business state, and then we will extract meeting ID from our text field. For example, we have three visit, text field and two buttons here: start live streaming and zone live streaming. And text field, in text field we will put our meeting ID or live stream ID. So that's If meeting ID is empty, then we will create a new meeting ID here. API service dot get meeting ID. If meeting ID is null, if a text field text is null, is empty or null. If it is null or empty, after calling this API, means any exception occurs or anything weird occurs, then we will show a message called as well to get live streaming ID, and uh, we will set busy state to false and return. Otherwise, we will navigate to live stream screen. In a live stream screen, we will set meeting ID parameter uh, that we have created in API service. API service get meeting ID. So, and for join button, we will check for whether the text is empty or not. If it is empty, then we will show an error. Otherwise, we will uh, we will call get downstream URL method with a meeting ID, and we will get downstream URL here. If downstream URL is null or empty, then we will show an error message. So if everything is fine, then we will navigate to live stream screen. So it is all about home screen, and live stream screen. We have two variables, meeting ID and downstream URL. And according to this variable, we will set another variables. For example, if downstream URL is null or empty, then we will consider host mode, otherwise viewer mode. And we have specified meeting object here, and we have configured another variables like mic and webcam, and is viewer mode. By default, viewer mode will be false, means it is host mode. And we will set viewer mode here if downstream URL is not null, is not empty. Then we will set is viewer mode to true, and we will set orientation to landscape for better experience. And we will return scaffold visit, and in scaffold we will it will contain safe area, and in safe area, according to this variables value, uh, we will return player or visit. In this visit, will be returned if it is viewer mode. Otherwise, in host mode, we will return stream visit. Live stream visit, and live stream visit will have meeting ID, and live stream player will have downstream URL, and on join button pressed. On join button pressed will have we will assign this method change to host mode. It basically set variable is viewer mode to false, and on this pause we will set orientation to photo, means portrait and landscape both. So let's go to player. In last time player, we will use chew player. If you don't know what is chew controller, chew player, it basically is a video player which can stream our HLS, which can play HLS stream. Uh, we will we have a chew controller object, and in chew controller will be initialized in init state, and init state We have assigned two controller with parameters like video controller, and we have assigned a new video player controller. It will be network controller, and it has downstream URL here, and we have configured some other parameters like autoplay to true and show controls false, and aspect ratio to be 16 by 9. Yeah, we have configured show controller, and then we have assigned this two controller to two player, and we have two buttons, join button and leave button. If someone who is viewing HLS stream wants to join a meeting, then he can join by clicking on this button join, and if someone wants to leave player, then he can leave. And on dispose, we will dispose show controller. Okay, and then live stream visit. In live stream visit, it has the parameter meeting ID, and using this meeting ID we will create a new meeting object. If you don't know how to create a meeting object, then you can refer for documentation. Meeting builder visit, we have to assign, we have to configure some parameters, and according to these parameters it will return a new meeting object here. Parameters like meeting ID, token, display name, participant ID. This one is optional. If you don't pass it, it will generate a new unique ID. Mic enable disable control, webcam, and max resolution to HD. uh, by referring this documentation, you can create a meeting builder. In meeting builder we have passed meeting ID, that we, and a token that we have specified in API service. We specify this token. We have specified display name, max resolution, mic and webcam controls, and notification. If someone wants to screen share, then this notification will be popped. Using this configuration, meeting builder will generate a new meeting object. If this meeting object is null, then means uh, uh, meeting generation is in progress. Means the meeting is not initialized yet. So we will we will set event listeners here. Meeting dot on, this method will set event listeners. We will listen for meeting joined event. When meeting is joined, this event will be called. This method will be called. First, we have log date. Okay, means we have a meeting is joined, and we will assign uh, this meeting object that meeting builder has created to this meeting object. And then uh, we have set stream events for local participant. If you don't know what is the local participant and remote participant, you can refer this documentation in participant class. We will set stream events for local participant. Set stream event has participant object, and uh, it will listen participant dot on. This method is used to set event listeners. For example, if stream of stream of participant is enabled, then this method will be called. Stream can be anything, means it can be video, it can be audio. Then we will we will use if condition to check if stream is kind of video or not. If this stream is kind of video, then we will add video streams. Basically, video streams is the map of string and stream. String will be your participant ID, and stream will be your video stream. Here we have add video stream using participant ID as the key and stream as a value. Same like stream enable, we have uh, stat st- we have set a stream disable method. If a stream of any participant is disabled, then this method will be called. And if it is a kind of video, then we will remove it. So let's after setting stream events for local participant, we will set it for remote participant. So how can you get your remote participant? There is an event called participant join. When some participant is joined in your meeting, then this method will be called meeting.on, and we have specified a participant join method, and this method will be called. It's like we have set um, stream events for local participant. We will set for remote participant as well. And then one participant left. If it has video stream, then we will remove it from video streams. And according to this video stream, we will create RTC video view. So, and then we will check for if a meeting is null or not. If it is null, means it is not initialized. Then we will show indicator, and we will show a message starting live streaming. Then after configuring meeting object, we will uh, return a view if meeting is not null. If meeting is not null, then we will return grid view, and then grid view contains the in grid view. We will map video streams to RTC video view, and for each stream, we will map it to RTC video view and assign stream dot generator, and then we will configure object fit, and then we will assign this list RTC video view list to children of grid view. And we have a specific condition here. If cross axis count will be 1 if video stream length is 1. Otherwise cross axis count will be assigned 2. And same for child aspect ratio. If length is 1, then we will assign 16 by 9 aspect ratio, otherwise 1. For doing then we have meeting controls like mic and webcam and change webcam. And then we have other controls like start or stop HLS and leave control. So start HLS basically calls API, start HLS API, and if URL is null, then means an exception is occur, then it will set busy state to false and return. Nothing happens if exception occur, and if everything is fine, then it will set this variable called is streaming started, and for same as for stop HLS, this will call stop HLS method, and if everything is fine, then it will set is streaming started to false, and you can set your mic using this method, meeting dot mute mic and unmute mic. And same for webcam, you can enable or disable webcam, and you can change your webcam. There is a method called change webcam. You just need to set your you just need to give your device ID, and you can leave a meeting by calling this method meeting.leave. So yeah, this is a project overview. You can clone this project here. You just need to change your branch demo HLS. Yeah, let's run project. Just need to start our emulator. Then let's start. We have a quick start. You can refer a quick start if you want to create a basic video audio communication video audio conferencing app. Here we have a step-by-step guide to create a basic meeting app in a Flutter. We have also we have also SDKs for other technologies like React, Android, iOS, JavaScript, React Native. Let's create a new meeting from my physical phone. I have started a meeting and started live streaming. So 1 second. We will get a meeting ID here. uh, you can see which meeting is currently running. Here I'm using this meeting. You can see uh, how many meetings you have created here in our dashboard. Then we will put our meeting ID here and click on join live stream. Yeah, we have started live streaming, and a viewer can join it. Viewer can watch this stream. You can see, and you can also play this HLS stream in one player like HLSplayer.net. Here is the downstream URL. You can copy this URL and open this URL in HLS Player. Here you can see there are two viewers. Okay, one second. Then you can see my face. So if a viewer wants to join this meeting, then he can join this meeting by pressing this button. Here, this is remote participant, and this is local participant. Here you can see there are two hosts and one viewer. Uh, Viewer can. I think HLS player. There is some bug in HLS player, this website, and yeah, you can see a viewer can see two hosts, and one viewer. So how you can see how easy it is to create a HLS stream in Flutter using Video SDK. So yeah, thank you so much for this session. Uh,
Uh, okay, thanks, Yash, for giving us a very brief idea. Just a second, let me come on the screen as well. Okay, yeah. So thanks, yes, for spending a lot of giving us a very brief idea of how we can build interactive live streaming app in Flutter. Now it's the time for the Q&A session. Basically, all of the questions which you are having, we will be just taking it one by one. But before that, I just want to mention one thing. Today, I'm sure that actually we are having an amazing audience, because I can see even There are few very creative audience which we have today found. Even someone has joined with the name Gangubai Kathiawadi. That's really amazing. It's good to have this type of creative audience. Okay, so that's it. Now, if I want to summarize the session, then we can separate the session into two parts. The first one is about setting up the host room session, and second one is about setting up the viewer side. So basically with the REST APIs and HLS technology, you can set the viewer side things, and with meeting IDs and host controls, you are setting up the host room. So basically it is divided into two parts. You have seen it. The record, as I have shared, and many of you have also asked in the session, you can also, you will find the recording of this whole session in in our Discord server, and you will, right after leaving this particular meeting, you will be directly dropped on the Discord, so you can get the recordings as well as the GitHub repo of this particular code on the Discord server. So don't worry about that if you have missed any of the part in first half or in second half, or anything like that. Okay, cool. Now let's take the questions one by one. Okay, there is one spammer as well in our audience, so please ignore them. Okay, so Nyong is asking, wish to ask if there is a free mentorship for beginners. Yeah, there is. I have actually mentioned in the earlier only, when we were just starting the sessions. 10,000 participant minutes by video SDKs are free every month. So you can say that during the testing period, during testing with your hobby projects, there will be no charges, and you can just use it as and when you want. So 10,000 free participant minutes will definitely help you finishing of your skills to make the interactive live streaming applications. Okay. Isra is asking, does this work with Flutter Web too? Okay, let me take this question. Currently, we don't have support of Flutter Web, but obviously it's in the roadmap. Currently, it's available in Flutter Android and Flutter iOS, which is the most used platforms. Although, if you want to just use or explore, the cross-channel functionalities are there. So let's say we have a plain JavaScript, React.js, SDK is also available, and let's say your web platform is either in JS or React.js or any other language, you can access. Let's say for one user is joining from the Flutter Android, second user is joining from Flutter iOS, and viewers are joining from web. The cross-channel functionality is always there, so you don't need to worry. But yeah, natively Flutter web is not something which currently we are having. Video SDK is available. Okay, good. So I think hope this answers your query, Isra. Right. Okay, cool. Thanks, Isra. Okay, so you can write down your queries, or if you feel that your queries are very lengthy and you want to just have a mic access, then please just tell us. We will also give you the mic access. You can just speak and explain your query. Okay. Now Nyong is also again asking, is there a learning environment that one can enroll and learn Flutter from scratch? Actually, uh, when you will be creating a video SDK account, basically it will be a free account only. So you can consider that as a what we can say, the learning environment. When you want to do it for some of your project, you can just simply within your project only, you can create different API keys and use that particular API key for your project. So definitely you can do it by managing multiple API keys. The first for learning, second and third for using it with your client's project. So yeah, you can do it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think someone had just raised their hand few minutes back. I just forgot the name when I was explaining the things. Can you please raise your hand again, if you are still available, or if your query hasn't been still answered? Please just raise your hand. And if you want mic access, then please tell us as well in the chat box. We can just give you mic access quickly. Waiting for your response, guys. Okay, cool. I think there are no no lot of queries. That means Yash, you have you have explained the things really well. Cool. Okay. So we can wrap up the session. Okay, Israel. Yes. Just write down one query. Is it possible to record one person? Yeah, it is possible. You can just keep the one person as a host and do the recording. That's totally fine. But although, yeah, it depends upon the use case. If you have just one host live streaming, then you can use like that as well. Please, for sure. Let me also drop the Discord link over here. But I am suggesting not to click the Discord link if you are already, if you have joined from the mobile device. Otherwise, you will leave this meeting. So that's fine. Anyways, after leaving this meeting, you will directly drop down the Discord link. No worries with that. Okay, I just dropped it. Now, okay. Now Vivanshu is asking, when are you rolling out support for Material 3 UI for Android phones? I think that's a little technical question. So Yash should be able to answer that. Yes.
Yeah, Vibansu, you can use Material 3 with Flutter. Flutter 3 has already supported Material 3. You can enable in your Material app. There is a variable called use Material 3. You just need to set it to true. Then uh, you can experience Material 3 UI in your Flutter app. Yeah.
Cool, cool. I think that answers your query. And yeah, currently as well, you can use the Material 3 UI for Android phones. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's wait for another 2 minutes for your queries because I think that many of you would be typing the queries, so obviously it requires a little time. So please take your time, and we are just waiting for your queries. Yeah. Meanwhile, again, as I said, if you want mic access to speak out your query, then please just raise your hand. Uh, you would be able to see the raise hand button on the top. If you are joined from the desktop, if from mobile, then you will be able to see it from the more button. You can just raise your hand. I will give you mic access. You can explain your queries as well. Okay, Vipanshu is asking you, do you have internship opportunities in your team? Okay, I think that we should discuss separately. So cool, Vivanshu. Let's do one thing. I think you would have already joined the Discord community. Please ping me directly on please just send me the friend request. You will be able to see me on the top right corner. My name is Jatin, obviously, as you can see. Please just DM me directly. We can have a discussion on that. Yeah, you will be seeing my this name there in the Discord community. Please just ping me over there. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think we can wrap up if there are no more queries. And that was really a very good session. Again, thanks to you, Yash, for the session. And as I shared earlier, the GitHub repo link and recording link both will be available in the Discord right after, just after 30 minutes from now. So you can, just join the Discord, and also when you will leave this particular meeting, you will directly just drop on the Discord server. So you would already be having the Discord address, and if you don't have, then you can just go on our website. The link is always there. Okay, thank you for the session. Okay, Young, thanks. And actually, it's really nice to have audience like you who are really interested in doing this stuff. Thanks, Young, for your appreciation. It keeps us motivated. Cool. Thanks, Ezra, for your questions as well. Have a nice day. Okay, cool, everyone, guys. Thanks for all of your time. It was really amazing session, and you guys were really amazing audience too. So, see you in the next webinar. I think we will be having the next webinar in a couple of weeks. So, see you again then. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.